Hey, here it is, Tuesday evening, and you know what that means. That means the All Over Overland show on Overland Radio. And like I always say, that's a lot of overlands. Anyway, Michael's in the background patiently waiting. But before we get started, I just want to say to everybody out there listening, thanks for joining us and supporting us. We really appreciate it. Thanks to all our sponsors, Chad, Overland Addict, um, Brian and Levi now are coming on from the Overland Essentials, Red Arc, Midland, CBI Prinsu. We really appreciate all your support, and it makes it easier for us to get this out and get it live. So we have some pretty cool things tonight that we're going to um, share with you, and then Michael and I are going to have a few different topics that we're going to talk about. But what do you say we bring old Mikey himself in, and we'll just talk, see what happens, right? That's what we do. And and we drink a little whiskey along the way. Hey, Pookie. Hey, see, this is how the show works.
Huh? What are we doing? Now it's funny. We get together before this, and we didn't talk about really what we were going to talk about during the show. We just
wing it, baby.
Here we go. Starting it off right. Mandatory whiskey shot. Fire whiskey. That was good.
Dude, my wife she bought blueberry vodka and mixed it with a blueberry Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
And it was good. The problem is that it's so good that if you're not careful, you'll be praying to the porcelain god real fast.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good. So it's almost the end of April. Next month is a lot going on. There's actually something happening at the end of this month, right?
Some going on next weekend, I think.
This weekend.
Oh, is it this weekend?
Yes, this weekend. So Bonfire Rendezvous on this weekend. Michael and I, neither one are going. We're just not. I'm not going to lie. I don't really enjoy it. I just don't. I mean, it's just not my cup of tea. So I think it's a neat event. There's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of good times are happening, but it's just not my cup of tea. And it's not because I want to be antisocial or anything like that. It's just not. I got other things I got to do. I got to prepare for, all the expos this year and a bunch of other events. And Michael's not going because he's just a dick.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
I'm teasing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of why I'm not going. I mean, to be honest, it just wasn't on my radar. It's not an event that I circle on the calendar and go, this is the one I have to go to. Now, I'm sure I would enjoy it because I will let you know I've never been to one.
Yeah.
I've never been to a bonfire.
In all fairness and in full disclosure, I've never been to one of them either. And it just always falls at a time where I have way too many things. And it does rain a lot. So, anyway. Hey, by the way, those of you that are listening or watching, do us a favor and go out there and share this on social media for us. We'd appreciate it. And then we have some. Should we go right into the whole thing?
I don't even know what the whole thing. I don't know what the whole thing is. So I started this little gig where, and I put it together for the radio, and basically we're going to start trying to put together some prizes, gifts, winning contest, whatever you want to call it. But then we're also going to work on collaborating with some of our sponsors to go along with that. And we're going to use the platform of text messaging because most text messages, it's almost like a membership with no membership dues.
Yeah, it is. You're an exclusive. You're in a club, man. I mean, let's be honest with you. There could be some pretty cool benefits.
No, Michael's going to keep his clothes on for all of you that are thinking that, he's not doing that. Anyway, but I want to work with some of the sponsors and different vendors out there to collaborate and do some giveaways and some fun things. Maybe, and I'm just using examples, so don't hold me to this stuff, but tickets to an event or a product or a new product or something of that nature. And we're going to use the text messaging platform. So what I did was I went out and I got it set up for a text messaging service. And if you want to, you can, I got to find it somewhere first. So you could text the word radio to 833-352-07 or 0272. If you just text radio, you're going to get a text back. It's all automated. You're going to, just answer a couple of questions, and then we put you in the database, and then you'll get random text from us. Now, keep in mind, these text messages will be things like, sometimes when we go live, if we're doing something out of the ordinary, or if we find a good deal, how close it again. Yeah. If we find a good deal on something, we might share it. So like one of our sponsors may have a clearance on an item and say, hey, I want to move these out. Can you help us? We might send you the text message with a link.
In that case, it would probably be a limited time kind of quick
response. It would be.
It would be. So that's why a text in this situation would be perfect. Like if you're wanting, let's just say, a Timbo Tusk.
Exactly.
And you're like, I've always wanted one. And Chad's like, I'm tired or whoever's like, I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm just going to cut a deal on it today. Or it's been their demo for a while and they're going to get rid of it and get the new whatever out. That could be a way. That could be, I mean, it could save somebody big money.
Exactly. So, just text radio to the number on the screen there, and then you'll get an automated text back. We'll add you to the list, and then you'll get some random text from us along the way. Some of it could be in the form of discounts, links
shirtless. Me shirtless.
No, we're going to probably not do that. But well, I don't know. I mean, for the right price, maybe we should do a subscription thing. What's that thing that you
a calendar? I should do a calendar.
Oh, what's the website that people do that I hear where you send your own pics of different parts of your body, like your feet, if you have a foot fetish. I don't know, whatever. My son told me about it because I think he's like a freak, but anyway. So yeah, we'll send you text messages. So you porn, only AJ. So anyway, go text radio to the number on the screen.
Check it out. We'll see. I think there's going to be some benefit to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then tell all your friends.
And then tell all your friends. Maybe you get some free stuff out of it or some discounts. Also, we're working on a deal where you can put your birth date in, and when you have a birthday, you may get a text message with a special link or code to somewhere special to for your birthday. How cool would that be? Chad Cliff,
where's this going? What do you mean where's this going? We're talking about a new thing that we got going on, Eric.
Yeah, get with the damn program
stuff in a second.
All right, so if you're going to Bonfire Rendezvous this weekend, let us know in the chat. Michael and I aren't going to be there, so do us a favor. Let us know how it goes. We'd love
to be in a new place.
Yeah, that's going to be the exciting part. The Mulberry, was it Mulberry Mountain or Mulberry Hill? Mulberry Mountain. That's it. So. Yeah. So anyway,
the naked feet thing. Eric was like, no, not that. The naked feet thing.
Eric's first on the list for Michael's pictures when we send them.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Hey, so back to some just regular bullshit. You haven't seen it yet because I talked to you about this. I asked you about this.
I haven't seen it.
Dometic's new cooler, not cooler ice chest. They're called the Patrols. And I say new because I just saw a commercial for them. I didn't know they existed, but I think they're going to be a competitor to Yeti. Prices were still a little high. I I think 18 liters was 170, 35 liters was 230, and 55 liters was, what I say, 270?
Yeah,
Like
something like that.
170, 230, and 270. I think were the prices. But you know, Dometic, man, they're tearing shit up, dude. They're
Here's the
getting
thing.
all kinds of stuff.
No offense to Dometic, but this is where I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
The reason all these coolers are expensive, but if you're going to pay that kind of money, buy an Orca. It's made in Tennessee. There's American people making it right in Tennessee, and Brent Favre owns part of the company. I don't give a shit about that, but it is made in America, and they're priced accordingly, I think, to a Yeti or a Dometic. But if you're a Dometic fan, then hey, get one. I like Dometic products, but when it comes to that, if it's quality, I'm going to buy one made in America. Although I will say that this Dometic does look pretty cool.
You're looking at it?
I just looked at it. Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
It has.
I have to admit, yeah, it really does. And I like the name, actually, the Patrol. Yeah, I like it. So
it looks very functional. The commercial I saw on YouTube had like a cup holder and a bottle opener and stuff that you can attach to it. It looked like.
Oh.
So I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
So what have you been doing lately? You've been working on a project. So I think in these times that when we get together like this, we should probably talk about if we're working on something or what we're working on, and what we want to work on, and what we need to work on, and what we have to work on, and what we're putting off working on.
I'm lost. Anybody else? How about it? I'll drink to that. Anybody else? Listen, I got projects going and a bunch of stuff, so it's just
you got to get ready for not Mountain. You got to get ready for Expo West, right?
Yes, I got to go to Expo West, and then I think I come back, then go to Creed for an Opus event, then I go to Pacific Northwest, Mountain West. I don't know. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of stuff. So it's fun and all that, but I got web stuff that's going on too. So, sadly enough, when you mentioned the Dometic cooler, I had actually seen a product that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't go right.
Hold on. Whoa. Did you just not tell us about wiring the truck?
No, I haven't yet, but anyway,
that's where I was going.
I know, but hang on. I just had this thing in my head. I wanted to share a product with y'all tonight, but then Michael got to talking and I got sidetracked and forgot what the hell it was. So you know what?
All right. Okay.
Who cares? All right. Back to the whole thing. Yes, I'm wiring the Alucab up. I have a red arc. I have the new Submarine display with the shunts for battery. I don't have a water tank yet, but anyway, so I'm getting it all wired up. I'm actually adding extra USB-Cs and USB 3.0s.
I'm worried. You can go on the road and never be seen again.
No, not in a million years.
Not that.
But I still want to get rid of it and all, but until I do, I'm just gonna make it livable, actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I just got a text message and I don't know who it's from.
Oh, that's too funny. Anyway, so you're wiring that. You're going to Mountain West.
Oh.
Or not Mountain West. You're going to West Expo.
Expo West first, yeah, and then I'm coming back. Yeah.
So you're coming back? You're not going to go do stuff?
Well, I mean, I'm going to take the long way back. You know me. It's not good. I mean, I'm going to leave Flagstaff and probably go south to Sedona and do something there. And then I come back north and go into Colorado, and then I'll work my way back. But yeah, I mean, I am coming back. So
right on.
And then I got a couple other things in the works,
Yeah.
Can't really indulge too terribly much. Not yet.
Top Gun's coming out.
Oh, I know. I can't wait.
Dude,
my daughter sent me a text message picture on the other day, and she was watching it. She's like me. She's watched it. I don't know.
Oh, was she watching the original one?
Yeah, she was watching the original. She goes,
Sarah
Dad,
and I watched it on Sunday.
she's like, Dad, I'm getting ready. She goes, I'm not going to go see the new one until you get out here to Salt Lake. Then we're going to see the new one together. And I'm like, hell yeah, no kids, just us. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, I cannot wait. That was a movie. I saw that movie at least 5 times in a theater and at 2 drive-ins. The drive-in experience was amazing. We saw it in California at a drive-in theater. Oh, dude, that was so freaking awesome. And I was a kid, I mean, like, what, 19 years old or whatever. And Sarah's laughing at me because, I'm quoting the movie as it's going on. I'm laughing. I'm heartbroken. I'm all the emotions while I'm watching it. And and then at the end, he's got the Mavericks in the bar or wherever he's at, and the music plays or whatever. But he's got the hat that says Top Gun on it. And I was like, I had one of those. She goes, I'm sure you did. Yeah, I had one of those.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. So, anybody going to Expo West that's listening in or watching, just let us know. I'd be curious. I'm going to leave I'm going to leave, I think, a week early. If everything works out, I'm going to leave about a week early. I'm going to go to Vegas and pick up this new trailer from X-Grid Trailers, which, by the way, X-Grid Trailers, Lauren is a good friend of mine, and he's also an Opus dealer, but he has 7 brands. He has been nominated by USA Today as one of the top 10 best adventure companies in the country.
That dude that we had dinner with?
Yes. Yeah. This ain't no shady shit I do around here, man. He is cool. He's funny as hell.
Oh, yeah. He had me rolling.
So I'm going to put a link, I think, in the comments a little bit. You could go vote for him. It'd be kind of cool. But anyway, I'm going to pick up a trailer. Michael saw it. It's the AOR. We did a little walk around on it at Moore. Whoa. And yeah, it was a really cool trailer. I've never seen the concept, but till now. So anyway, I'm going to spend about a week with it. Just shooting some video and some photos and stuff like that, so you can have some marketing material. And then after that,
it has all the heavy shit down low.
It really is cool.
Your bed is on top of the heavy shit.
Yeah.
Your bed's on top of the heavy shit. And then it opens up. And then it opens up the back too. So you can stand up in the back, and you've got because the whole back kind of opens and then brings a curtain or a tent down.
The back has a door, and the door goes up like this, and the curtain drops down, or a canvas. It's like a whole nother room.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Annex, whatever you want to call it.
But your entrance to the sleeping quarters is inside there. So you got a changing room or a spare bedroom or a bathroom.
You can get in there from the side.
From the side too, yeah.
Because it has a whole fucking side, like your whole body side door that opens.
Yeah. Did you see under the bed all the storage?
No, I didn't.
You lift the bed up. There's a place in there for a couple of kids. Literally.
That's where they
you could throw. No, not really sleep, but you could cram their asses in there if they got a little unruly. And then when you got on top of the bed, they couldn't get out.
It really is really cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, I'm going to go out and help Opus in their booth, and then I'll probably bring a trailer back with me.
You're driving a trailer down there and then going to help Opus.
Well, I'm going to pick up the trailer in Vegas. I'm going to take it for a week. I'm going to drop it off at Flagstaff for X-Grid.
It's not going to be show ready.
Oh, he's already had. He and I had to have a little heart to heart, and he told me, he says, Lee, now this is the only one I have. And he goes, I know you're notorious for tearing things up.
Notorious.
He said, I've seen pictures. He goes, can you not tear it up? And I was like, I won't tear it up. So we had to have a come to Jesus for me.
And what's the name of it? What's it called again?
It's a AOR, Australian Off-Road. Yeah. It is a true, authentic Australian built trailer. Huh?
Well, how much are they?
I don't remember.
My guess My guess would be $64,000.
I think it was in the high 50s, but it's a massive trailer. I
mean, it's not little.
And it's got a full red arc system in it. It's got solar.
And even though it's big, like that's why I was saying, like all the weight's down low. You know, all the heavy stuff is down low. You're laying on top of it. It's a weird show. Michael's naked feet pictures.
When you get an ostrich, I've never done that, but it would be kind of fun.
You say that.
Yeah, no,
there's an event coming up. No, I'm kidding. We're just kind of rambling today.
This trailer is really cool, and there's this one, and they make them all the way up to like 25, 22 or 25 foot long, like what the Australians call caravans.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's they make some full on $100,000+ trailers. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna help Opus. Ostrich racing sounds awesome. AJ thinks that ostrich racing sounds awesome. AJ's got 2 new motorcycles. He's got one for the tat and he's got one for the street. And I've yet to see any pictures of him actually riding them.
I know, they're always parked in the garage.
I think he's a poser.
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Now, but AJ also has something coming. He's got a badass FJ 45, right? Is that right? One? Yeah. No, I think it's the
FJ
47. The long one. I thought the 40. I thought it was the 47. Anyway.
Oh well. Okay, let's back up. I mean, that's just like saying an FJ 60, and then somebody goes, "Well, which 60 is it?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's a 60. Just shut the fuck
up." Hey, has anybody noticed that Michael and I are both wearing red Magellan shirts, and that was not planned?
It really wasn't. And
he got on the screen and he's like, "Oh shit, you wear the same shirt." So anyway, no.
Okie Overland is selling his Tacoma. You go check that out.
If you're that thing is decked to the hilt.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got. Doesn't he have the Harker? Yeah. Isn't it the Harker? I don't know what they got. Yeah, it's like a canopy. He's got that thing decked to the hilt. I don't know what he's going to build next, but I wonder. Anybody want to take bets on what he? Huh?
He's probably
a Nissan. Anybody want to take bets on what he's going to build next? Nissan. No, I don't think it'll be a Nissan. So
I hate to say it's going to be a Bronco.
I don't know that I could see Adam with a Bronco.
Well, see, I don't know his Toyota loyalty that well. Like, I don't know if he's a Toyota fanboy. I don't know if it's, hey, I got into it and this is, what everybody told me to get. And now I've got my own, a different opinion on things. So I don't know really what's going on. But I will tell you that Rigs and Coffee in Tulsa is the 3rd Saturday of every month.
And it's at his place, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're holding it at his place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, he's got a decked out Toyota, and I don't know that there's much left that you could add to it that he doesn't already have.
But really think about it. This is what a lot of us do. We build a vehicle up. We get it to a point where we're like,
look at this shady character in our our chat room.
I know. And then we sell it and start all over again.
So Jeremiah's in here. I wonder if Jeremiah's actually doing anything today or if he's just sitting around drinking beer.
I'm voting beer.
I'm voting beer. He's probably going to tell us all the things he's doing, like he's really busy doing this, doing that, doing this, but he's probably just drinking beer. Truth be known.
Next Okie Overland camp is at the island.
Oh, it is? What, they encroaching on our island now? What the fuck?
Our island. I mean, it is.
Well, it is public, but we
no. It is the Overland Radio Island.
It is.
So
it always will be.
You don't know my life.
Oh, but we've been told.
Oh yeah. So, I think that's what we do. We build up a vehicle, we get it to where maybe we feel like we're done, or we're ready just for a new challenge. And other than, buying a new set of the best shocks or whatever, it's done, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then sell it and build something else up. And especially having a store, I think that would especially make that accelerated, because you want to try out new product, put it on your vehicle, you try it out. Yes, you can take it off and put it back on, but
Yeah.
you need something to keep grabbing the attention, unless you have a Mercedes, and then you just keep that forever.
I'm going to go with Eric must be either drunk or high tonight. He's in the chat, and I'm telling you what, he's all over the place. Michael says he wants some of whatever you got.
Ostrich for some reason.
I think he likes the ostrich thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why, but
crazy. I just watched a TikTok before we got on here where the guy was talking about his ostrich boots. And it wasn't the one you're thinking of. It's a different video. But anyway, so it's weird.
I wasn't thinking anything. Anyway, you're right. So Adam's got his Tacoma for sales, taco, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's a smart thing for him to do is sell it and then start another build so he can showcase all his stuff.
Showcase what they do, because let's face it, a lot of that taco came from another store.
Well, yeah, but it's time for him to
before he had his store.
Right. And so
I think he got rid of most of the stuff that he got from that.
I don't know.
Maybe this is all oaky.
Hey, I got news for you. I would.
Yeah. Well, you're going to. You start over like nobody's business.
No, I mean get rid of stuff that came from that.
Huh?
You missed my point. The point is that I would have gotten rid of all the stuff that came from that other store too.
Oh, well, I didn't. I still have some of mine.
I'm teasing.
But I was
just looking, one of those moods.
I was looking. I found a couple of camper shells, but they're still more than what I want to pay. Now I could probably sell the light in a rack and have enough money to buy those or close to it.
Well,
but one was in Houston. Didn't feel like driving to Houston.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not, that kind of, I'll be honest with you. If I was doing the AluCab thing over again, I don't think I'd just jump up and take off to North Carolina like I did the last time just to buy that thing.
What would you have done differently?
I'd have just had one ordered at CB Adventure.
Just order a new one.
Yeah. Because by the time I got back, I was so freaking tired driving. Just
tired and gas and hotel. I mean, you might as well.
Well, I found the AluCab, and like 3 days later, I was on the road going to get it, and I drove, 12, 13 hours one day, and then had to drive another 5 or 6 the next. Then spend all day, getting it on the truck and getting it set up so I could leave, and then do it all over again just to get back, because I had to turn around and I had to go somewhere. I don't remember where it was at. I think it was Mountain West we had to go to, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was. Yeah, I think that was.
It was only like 2 days.
Got back in time or something.
Yeah. So, we always say hindsight, but
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
It's not like you bought a lemon or anything.
No.
Now, when you do your next build, are you gonna go with another AluCab?
I don't know. It's a tough one to say. Depends on what the mood's like.
You're gonna go skinny guy.
I like that thing. I want to like it a lot more, and I don't dislike it. I'm just not yet in love with it.
The only thing I think would be weird right now for me, and probably for you, is going back to a canvas style.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit, yeah. And for those of you that don't know, if you haven't seen the skinny guy campers,
they're cool. I'd love to try one out.
They're cool as shit.
Like, they're badass.
And I mean, I just can't decide if it's that cool enough that I want to have it. I'm like Michael. I'd really like to go try one for a few months and just camp it and just see how the flow of everything, because I mean it's got everything literally. I mean, you got the shower built into it, you got the I mean everything. It's
Well,
all
and
like
here's the deal. There's different ones out there. You've got Alley Cab, you've got Go Fast Campers, you've got
the
AT
Harker.
Overland, the Harker. What is it? Vega Bound.
Yeah, something like that.
That Kristen has. Yeah, and probably several others. And in the skinny guy. The thing is that you go buy one, and maybe that's not the one for you.
Exactly.
But
yeah,
and it's such a big investment.
yeah.
I'd love to be able to, for the people out there, I would take the burden of trying these on my vehicle for an extended period of time.
Such a whore.
to get a good feedback on how these relate to different people. And I'll just put on a different, like I'll use all of the different internal people that live inside of me. And
Eric stirred the pot.
What is he saying?
Lee, stop denying your secret dream of a Rivian diesel with a 1970s style camper shell.
Did you see that wade through water?
No, but I want to go watch the test. Tell everybody now. So they had a Rivian,
a
TRX,
Ram TRX, and
a Raptor, and it smoked them all.
Smoked them like it's like a Tesla going against a Ferrari. You think that it should be competitive, and then that Tesla's fucking gone. That's the way it was. And then they brought a Cyclone out, and they were like, well, just to prove, the Rivian towed the Cyclone. And I know that it beat the Raptor, pulling the Cyclone. And I want to say it beat the TRX, but I can't remember exactly.
Wait, so you're telling me that the Rivian had a trailer with a Cyclone
on it,
and it still beat the Raptor? Whoa. Are you seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got to go find that video.
And that Cyclone was badass, dude.
Yeah, no,
and I think the guy that designed it was his.
Was it?
I think that was the deal.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to say this. The speed part is impressive, but it's not the thing that I go for when it's
it goes slow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like airplanes right now. If I was to buy an airplane, I'd want a slow and low flying airplane, man. Give me an old Cub or an Aeronca Champ or something along those lines that I can.
Plane.
Yeah, I mean, my years of 30-something thousand feet going from airport to airport at 500 or 600 plus miles an hour, I'm done. I don't need it. So slow. I had to park it. Okay, Eric wins. Hey,
all right.
Our buddy Mark's
here. How's it going, Mark?
From down under.
Hey, I've got to give a huge shout out to Red Arc. So Josh Poindexter, who owns Tornado Tattoo, that sponsors the podcast. He's an amazing guy. He's the one that does all of my tattoo. So he is building an FJ. And he is making me jealous because he keeps adding shit to it all the time. Well, he was getting the Red Arc dual battery, getting all the stuff ready. And he had a question. I don't know what the question was, but Bennett, the rep that is in Oklahoma City, and I don't know what his area covers, but I think lives here or he's stationed here or whatever, actually went to Tornado Tattoo to help him out and answer his question.
That's pretty darn cool.
That's amazing because that's like a rep. You would think like your rep is going to go visit like 4-wheel parts or visit, whatever place they're selling the product or they want the product in to sell and all that stuff. Not a customer. Like the reps usually don't visit a customer.
Not usually, but that's impressive.
No, I was pretty impressed with that. So Mark, hats off to you and the boys.
Yeah, at the More Expo, we met Mark's boss. We got to sit down and have
Craig's his name, right?
Craig and we got to sit down and eat dinner and talk, and we got the dirt on Mark. I mean, we can't share it right now because we haven't negotiated terms with Mark on money, but we got the dirt on old Mark from Red Arc. So yeah. It's gonna leave a mark.
Pretty bad, mate.
Mate. Mark ain't gonna be too keen on this. No, I'm teasing.
So anyway, that was pretty cool. And also obviously shout out to Josh with Tornado Tattoo. Can't wait until he's got his setup where he's comfortable with it and ready to kind of show it off, because it's pretty cool. He's got Tornado Tattoo right on the side of it. It's
nice.
Nice. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to put my Dometic fridge. And Mark, I'm glad you're listening, because I realized that I could, if I get all the stuff, the electrical stuff, I've got a lightener rack, and I've got a gear pod. I've got the small gear pod, and maybe that would be the best place to put my electrical stuff. If I were to put, especially if I were to put it outside of the cab of the truck.
Yeah. Have you used that fridge yet? Have you plugged it in?
I haven't plugged it in yet. I was going to tonight, and then I got distracted, and I just haven't plugged it in. It might not even work. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure.
Well, Mark, he doesn't care as long as they're talking about him. Oh, that's so funny.
That's awesome.
I think, you're going to have to put that. Yeah. Have you thought about behind the back seat on the back wall of the truck, under the back window? I see a lot of people doing that now. And I think even Jeremiah, if he's still listening, I think he did that in his Gladiator.
I'm not against that. I mean, as long as, like, if it's in the cab, I need to be able to use the whole seat.
Right. And I think he actually did the seat delete, but you wouldn't have to. I've seen a couple of these where they're installing them on that back bulkhead, and, then they, you just run your power back to the, I guess, your tent. You could run power there, and then back to lights and your fridge from that point. And, everything's, protected. You could also do the 60/40 delete, where you delete the 60.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, I got 3 kids that's going to be riding back there sometimes.
No, you don't. You have one kid that's going to ride back there, and the other 2 can ride in the bed.
That's right. Those two boys, get back there.
You strap them 2 down like dead deer on the hood, just take off. No, I'm just kidding. You're right. I forgot about the boys.
Yeah.
So you can't do the back seat. But anyway, the Red Arc system that they're mounting on the back of the back seat, I think, is a great place, because
Mark is telling me, where'd that go? 100 AH battery.
Oop.
Oh, you put it up there when I put it up.
Stop it.
Okay, put it up there. The BCDC 1225D and the FK40, and we're done. But then, we're not done, because he wants to throw in a 200-watt solar panel as well. I mean, yeah, that's because whenever I talked to him, I was like, I need a starting point that I can build to later.
Well, he's right. I mean, that's really all you need. And quite honestly, Red Arc has all that. It's not like you have to buy it from different places. They have the battery, they have the that's your BCDC charger, and the FK40. I can't remember what that is now, and then the solar panel, you can get it all from them. Now, I don't know how the solar panels are. I've never used one, but I've used a lot of the Zamp, and it's no secret I'm a fan of the Zamp. Yeah, it is, but so you could, pretty much use whatever, but you can't just do it all at Red Arc. It's a one-stop shop. They got everything. And not that we want to put Mark on notice, but Mark's really good at, like, drawing you a schematic and saying, this is how you hook it all up for your situation.
He's also saying,
that's the 40. That's right. The fuse kit. That's what it is.
That's the FK40.
Yeah. I couldn't remember what
it sounded like a vehicle. FK40.
Yeah.
Driving my FK40.
Yeah.
I'm gonna load it up and go out of
Not
town.
not the FJ40, it's the FK40.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, putting that on your Nissan, and you have the top of that quick pitch tent, so that's a perfect place to mount the solar panel.
Yeah.
It really is. And
yeah,
there you
because
go.
really what I need it first for would be the fridge and then auxiliary lights. I mean, those are the first two things probably that I would need it for. I mean, yeah, I want to charge things, but
And the funny thing about the Red Arc is when you open up their packaging and look at it, it's and I'm not trying to sell everybody on it. Yes.
Yeah, we are. We go buy it.
Sort of kind of
worth it.
So is the instructions. But now here's the catch. 12-volt stuff for me is like Greek. It would be like reading Japanese. I couldn't. I can't. And the funny thing is that I could probably take just about any multi-million-dollar airplane and put it anywhere you want, but I can't wire up 12 volt. I just don't understand it. And I know that seems kind of crazy, but their stuff is all lined out. They got all the schematics. It tells you how to do it, and I'll follow the directions, but I'm always scared. I'm always nervous that I'm gonna, cook something
or burn something down later.
That's what I was gonna say. Or
you're looking out the window all the time, see if something's smoking.
Well, like I
going out there sniffing around.
Like in the Alucab, I plugged the lights into a cigarette lighter, and I just plugged it into my little portable, solar generators thing or whatever, the Yeti. Yeah. And so I sat there for like an hour just waiting to make sure.
It's just like using a Mr. Buddy for the first time.
Yeah. You can't
you got
sleep
one
good.
eye open the whole time.
Exactly. And so I sat there and I thought, man, if I go to bed right now, I can get out of here if it catches on fire, but I'm probably going to hurt myself doing it.
I go to sleep. I'm going to die because I'll pass out from the smoke.
So anyway,
and that's why it makes me nervous too.
Well,
I mean,
and here's something now, and this is a guy that we ought to talk to at some point in time. We had Phil from Down to Mob. In the booth at Moore and talked to him about his new Bison camper.
Dude, I thought that motherfucker was crazy sumbitch, like just fucking balls deep into crazy. But as you talk to him, you're like,
there's a method to his madness.
There totally is. Like
there's
the
a
way
method
the way he wanted the back of that.
Yeah.
Because you and I both went, this is stupid. Why is he building it like this?
Well,
and then you talk to him,
and then you're like, well, I'm stupid.
Well, I see why.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to be able to put because you live off of your vehicle, you have to store shit. That's why he doesn't have a cab over.
Yeah.
Because he has to store shit up on top of the.
Yeah. And he wanted to have that freedom of that where he could get to it.
Yeah.
But when I noticed something in one of his videos, and this is a guy we should reach out to. And this is not really a plug, but I'll say it there was a guy that has a company called Green Country 12 volt. And all he does is 12 volt wiring on trailers and campers and cars or whatever. But he actually went, my doorbell's going off. Can you hear it? He actually, he did all the Red Arc stuff, I think, for Phil. And it was behind the seat. And so anyway, maybe that's a guy we need to talk to.
Well, and then I'm going to aggravate everybody because I'm going to put that fucking fridge in the bed of my truck.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it. But if it starts getting weather, you're going to have to figure out how to protect it.
Well, I'm not going to jump in just dumb. I'm not going to leave it back there all the time. I'm only going to have it back there whenever I'm using it.
Woo, that is strong.
And then I'm going to do some things. I'm going to get my plan is to get the jacket for it.
Yeah.
And do the things that I can to protect it. But I haven't really seen anything on it that like it people saying they've used it in the back and had good or bad issues with it.
Right.
So, and it's the newer one, and they're supposed to be made a little bit tougher, a little bit better. So we'll see.
So I have an ARB fridge that I somehow or another acquired through one of the trailers, and it was an extra. And anyway, but my wife likes it because it opens at the end. It doesn't open on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it. I don't like it. And so my wife informed me that was going to be her refrigerator, and I needed to figure out what I was going to do about a refrigerator. And when I tried to put it in my truck to use it, because it's the only one I got right now,
it just didn't work right.
She informed me that she was fixing to kick my ass. Yeah.
Oh.
So Lee now owns a 60-liter.
Holy shit, dude!
What's that thing? National Luna.
It's
got the 3 compartments, the 2 fridge and the freezer in it.
Uh-huh.
So I fixed her goose.
Fixed. I'll show you, woman.
You.
don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. So I was like, here, you can have this ARB. I got a National Luna.
Does she understand what you have compared to what she's got?
Yeah, she was.
She's a little pissed.
No, I don't think she's pissed. She may have been, but
he didn't know because she was speaking Spanish.
I didn't really care.
I didn't really care.
I'm still alive. That's all I can say. And if any of you guys try to hold that over my head and tell my wife, I'll deny it, even though it's on video.
Dude, I'm too scared of her to tell her shit.
Man.
I ain't saying nothing. She's a kill the messenger kind of person.
She is. She definitely is. Especially when she gets mad. And I don't know about y'all, but if y'all don't know Hispanic women, when they get pissed off, you do not know what personality you're dealing with.
So I'm going to put it in the bed of the truck. I'm going to do a whole video. I'm going to do, whether it lasts, the video, the information that I'm going to give. Like if it starts acting weird, then, we'll pull the abort plug, obviously.
I think 90% of the time.
I think 90% of the time it's going to be fine.
You're going to be fine.
There's going to be no issue. And that other 10%, I think what I'm kind of thinking of doing is going to help protect me as best it can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how often are you going to have the boys with you? So sit it in the back seat.
Well,
if the weather gets bad, sit it in the back seat.
I don't want to do it.
Well,
I don't want it in the fucking back.
That's where I have it now, but this other one I'll probably put in the back. But, if the weather gets bad, just, buy you a tarp and tarp it then.
Well, yeah. There was a thing I was thinking about. I haven't told you. Anyway, there was a thing I was thinking about that would come and stretch over and clamp on.
Yeah. That's what she said. Clamp on, baby. All right. Hey, listen, back to real quick. Let's take a pause. Text radio to 833-352-0272. Get on our text messaging list. And if you want to ask a question, even after the show, or you want to call and leave us a message, we actually have a dedicated line, if you will, that you can also text, and that's just free form. It's not like an automated system, but you can reach out to us here soon. We're going to try to put some people who call in onto the radio live with us. That's 405-804-1011. Don't forget to go like our social media stuff, Michael's social media all over Overland, all the Overland radio. Make sure you go give him a like. And if you haven't been to our Facebook page, go to our Facebook page and leave us a review. We'd really appreciate it, as long as it's good. And if it's not, then I'm going to send somebody to your house, probably my Hispanic wife.
Or Skip.
Yeah. So, do that. So anyway, all right, back. I broke that up real quick and thought I'd share that. So anyway.
Okay. When are we going?
Where are we going?
When are we doing it? I don't know.
Well,
I want to go over to now. I want to go southeast Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah. You took that drive today and you went on that toll road down towards Hugo.
Indian Nations Turnpike.
Yeah. That's a beautiful ride, isn't it?
Dude, it's like,
it really shocks you once you leave.
You're like, I'm in Oklahoma. And then I started seeing pine trees.
Yeah.
Like Like tall, skinny pine trees. Like,
Yeah.
why are these here?
Yeah. It's crazy how quick it changes too. Once you enter the turnpike there, within just
go
a few miles, you're
south
like
of Henrietta, and it's a whole
like,
different.
what?
Yesterday I drove down there yesterday, spent the night, and had to photograph at a school today, and then came back. But on my way there yesterday, it was about 6 o'clock, so the lighting was perfect, and it was just coming through and over the hills. And sometimes that's what it takes to get you. Like, I have nothing bad going on. I have, like, everything's going well, but still there was like, oh man, it just released. It still took weight of whatever else is out there off your shoulders for a minute. And sometimes just a long drive can do that.
I agree. I think there's something to be said for a long drive, roll the windows down. You can either play the music or don't play the music, but just take a few minutes or a little while, I guess, to just reset yourself.
Just breathe that in. Roll windows down, breathe that in.
Donald's right. Broken Bow down in that area.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
It's awesome. And
the Airbnbs now.
Oh my gosh.
You used to be able to get one. Now you got to drop $500.
Yeah. That whole area is really pretty, but the only way to enjoy it anymore, because everybody comes up from Texas, from Dallas, that's their, getaway kind of thing. Much like Tulsa uses Grand Lake to get away. Mm-hmm. You have to be out there and do the disperse thing or find some off the wall,
which is perfect for us.
Yes, it is. That's exactly right.
But it is unbelievably beautiful down there. For everybody that thinks Oklahoma's flat and that Oklahoma's gross and nasty, whoa,
it is.
That area is pretty.
It is. It's gross and nasty. It's flat and it's ugly, except for that one little section down there.
The east side of Oklahoma is way different than the west side.
Oklahoma is like that chick.
A sliver of everything.
No, Oklahoma is like that chick. She's ugly to look at, but man, there's a part of her that you can't turn away from. And Oklahoma's like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like the real ugly chick with the big. Yeah, you do.
I know what you're talking about.
I've heard your stories. You do. I'm kidding.
Prank call. Gotta go. Prank call.
I'm just teasing. Now Oklahoma is ugly and flat in a lot of places, but even the flat parts are fun to go see because it's just different. Mm-hmm. There's a place you and I haven't, Mark. No, there's a part of Oklahoma that we keep saying we're going to go, and that's down in the southwest part of the what's the mountain range down there? It's a very small mountain range. The Wichita Mountain, yeah. And so, I've seen pictures of it, and it's really interesting.
I'm kidding, you haven't been down there.
Yeah, I haven't been down there, so I'd like to go. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Bat Cave.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Bat Cave down there.
Game on.
Down at Quartz Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Quartz Mountain's kind of like we've had a photography convention there, but it's an artsy kind of. They have high school kids come and stay there for a week, summer camps and stuff like that for music and painting and different things. And so there's a place for the kids to go to.
Nice.
And that would be the Bat Cave.
The Bat Cave.
There's an actual cave there you can stand in.
Damn.
Walk in.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's an area I'd like to go to, and around here. But anyway, anybody got anything else they want to share with us tonight? Because we're getting close to our 1 hour.
Arbuckles are nice.
Oh yeah. Donald's right. Broken Bow, the Arbuckles, all that. Yeah, that's
Well, and what's crazy is like in like Mount Scott's Rocky Mountains, arid Rocky Mountains, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got, like where I was today, down near Hugo and stuff, that's just forest. I mean, it's national forest, basically, right there.
Yeah.
It's so different.
It is. It just.
And you got plateaus up northwest.
I don't think if somebody hasn't ever been down through Henrietta, and you jump on that Indian Nation Turnpike,
It's pretty.
it just
I
changes.
bet it's amazing in the fall.
Yeah.
80 mile an hour. Woo! Just a flash of orange, yellow, and red in the fall.
Oh, geez. Yes, Don, you're right.
Yeah,
Little
Sahara. You know, I just don't like the idea of sand getting in my shit.
You know, growing up on the ocean, living on this, we lived on an island, and it wasn't that kind of island. You could drive over to it, but it was an island. You know, we were by the beach all the time, so I grew up in that. I never did like going to the beach and getting sand in my crotch. I didn't like it. You know, it gets in your hair, behind your ears, and I don't know. I just didn't like it. So for that, I'm with Michael. I don't think I'd really like the sand part.
Yeah,
of
when it's in your crotch and gets in between your balls.
Well, let's think back about Mountain West last year. The wind was blowing so hard, we were eating dirt.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Well, and I'm not even talking about the sand on me doesn't bother me. Like I'll roll around in it. I'm talking about the sand in your brakes, the sand in your sand in your differential, the sand in your like that shit.
Yeah,
is what I'm not cool with.
Yeah, Eric, you're right. They are pretty interesting. All the different eco regions.
Mm-hmm. I suggest if you live in Oklahoma, I suggest you go get your hunting or fishing license and start going to the wildlife refuge areas. Good camping. What?
You're not wearing the right undies if you're getting sand in your wedding tackle. So
I've not found a pair of underwear that contains it.
There's just so many directions I could go with this, but I'm going to pass anyway. Okay. Yeah. You got us, Donald.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Touche. In fact.
Yeah. We'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Hey, what'd you have for dinner tonight?
I said it.
Oh, Scooby snacks. I don't have any. I got to go buy some.
Dude, these are so freaking good.
And listen,
if you haven't had them, they are shaped
like dog bones.
Like a dog bone. So I took it to a lady that works with us, and she's always got dog bones with her because she's somebody that's compassionate and sees a stray dog and wants to go and give it food. So I went up to her and I said, "Hey, look what I found."
She like to lost it too, didn't she?
She about died. And then I handed one to another girl and she ate it. She goes, "What is going on?" And I made her eat one. She wouldn't do it for the longest time.
That is so funny. So
good.
Everybody listening and watching, you know, Michael and I are big fans of the oil fire, and it's Michael's fault because he's the one that, you know, really started that. And then I jumped on it. And next thing you know, now there's a whole cult following. I feel like if all things work out next weekend, we're going to try a new, this is a bourbon.
I'm a little scared
but it is brown sugar and pecan.
We're going to have a taste test next week.
And so if we could get it in our hands by Michael has a place near him. I got to drive into Tulsa, so we're going to try this next weekend live on the show and see what it's like. And the brewery, the company that makes it down in Fort Worth wants to be, they want to tune in and watch and see what our reaction is and how we do it. So, anyway, so next week,
we're going to try it.
Michael and I might
live on the show.
Yeah, it'll be the first time live on the show, and y'all know me. I won't mince my words about it. So,
man, have you had that Colorado whiskey?
No, it's sitting right behind me, but I haven't opened it yet. No, I haven't opened it yet. Okay. I got one little batch of another.
You need to drink.
Is it good?
We can talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that next week too. Shit, I might take off my shirt next week.
You might, because that stuff will put hair on your chest. Strong.
Look, if it could get me a beard like yours, I'd kill that bottle right now.
This is my baby beard. This is not even in yet.
AJ just getting on here. Well, he's probably been down at rides at CB Adventure, spending more money, so he's probably out installing something on his truck. So, but we're glad to have you, even if it is towards the
even if it's for a minute, you go back and watch the rest of it.
We're what do they call it in football? Fourth and goal. So
we're in the 2 minute.
You gotta try bourbon from Hatchtown Distillery. It's so freaking smooth. Okay, where's Hatchtown at? Is that a Oklahoma thing? No, I don't do TikTok.
Well, you may have seen Overland Spices.
Oh, Overland Spices. Yeah, you may have seen them.
It's not Overland Spices, everybody.
No, my wife's stuff is organic Overland, but those guys at Overland Spices are.
Travis
nice.
is on the TikTok.
They are really nice guys.
He is hardcore on the TikTok now.
Is he really?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Element Outdoor is on there for shouts.
Yeah, I saw the picture he just posted.
Broken Bow.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, that's the place we stopped at when we left there because everybody wanted ice cream, but we didn't go in and get. I didn't go into the brewery. I know exactly what you're talking about now, Donald, and I'll have to remember that. Is the bonfire? Yes, it is still on.
It's still on.
Oh yeah, man.
Was it canceled? I don't know. Lee and I are.
No, we're not going. But as far as I know, it's still on.
Are you going, AJ?
I imagine he's.
We need reports.
He's got all that fancy new stuff that he got.
We need reports. I know he went CBI.
He went balls deep.
He went to CB Adventure Supply.
Yeah, I think he made their rent for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going. So
okay.
Anyway,
we need a report.
All right. So listen, next week I want to know all about it. Everybody send us some pictures.
That's right. Hey everybody. Lee, I got to tell you, thank you for everything that you do to help me get this going on and continuing to be here and pushing all the buttons. I appreciate it. Everybody out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Make sure that you go to all the different social medias, like it, share it, tell everybody about it. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got YouTube.
We're about to have Twitter because
Elon Musk now.
I've given Twitter the finger.
I have an all over Overland on Twitter. I don't really use it that often, but I do have one.
And, we're going to have an Overland Radio one on there, and
to do that.
Yeah. So,
hey, here's the deal. In the chat, feel free to put what social media you have.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just
that's what it's all about here, man.
Maybe we don't realize you got one, and we need to start following it as well. So check that shit out. Do it. Push the buttons. Do it. All the things. Whatever you do, make sure that you go all over.